This poor dog's fate is absolutely tragic. He just helped Morty carry some wine, but when he returned home, over a decade had already passed. His pregnant wife was now nothing but bones, and his son, filled with rage, believed his father had abandoned them and even drew his blade for revenge. Turns out time flows at different speeds on each side of the portal. Rick opened this low-dimensional world to use the time difference for aging wine, never expecting it would destroy the dog's family. Meanwhile, Morty arrived at the party with 2 bottles, hoping to keep one for himself, but Nimbus downed it in one gulp and snatched the other bottle too. Jessica saw Morty empty-handed and asked about the wine, so Morty frantically explained he was just about to get it and rushed back through the portal to the dog world. Though only minutes passed for him, the dog's young son had grown into a man who finally believed his father's dying words when he saw it himself. The dark child from the portal was the true destroyer of their family. The muscular man ripped off his shirt and pinned Morty down hard. If Morty hadn't reacted fast, he would have been killed right there. Morty escaped through the portal, getting angrier by the second, especially since his goddess was still waiting for that wine. So he opened the portal again, knocked the guy down, grabbed the wine and ran. The dog's descendants watched in shock, finally convinced the dark child wasn't just a legend but a real enemy they faced. When Morty left with the wine, the old dog was barely breathing and the seeds of hatred were planted deep, beginning to take root. The clan swore a blood oath, building a fortress around the portal, guarding it for generations, waiting to deliver a killing blow when the dark child returned. Morty came home hugging the wine, only to have his father Jerry accidentally smash it. He dropped to his knees in despair, unable to believe even sharing a drink with his goddess could be this hard. Since Morty still hadn't brought the wine, Jessica decided to leave, but Morty desperately stopped her and rushed back to the portal, only to be greeted by a rain of arrows. The dog celebrated after repelling the dark child, but only the king knew darkness never dies and the battle never ends, ordering stronger defenses with no room for weakness. Years passed and the king grew old, while the prince, who'd never seen it himself, accused his father of cruelty, claiming the dark child was just a lie not worth the kingdom's resources. The king banished his rebellious son in fury, and the kingdom's wizard also doubted the dark child's existence, secretly manipulating the prince and making him his pawn. Years later, the prince stormed back to the castle, repeating his ancestors' tragedy by becoming a patricide, with the crown barely touched his head before the wizard killed him. Just when the wizard thought victory was his, Morty was still alive and burning with rage, opening his garage arsenal and returning to the dog kingdom with high-tech weapons. The wizard was giving his victory speech, completely unaware of the approaching danger. Oh shit, it's real! It's real! I was wrong! I was so wrong! The dodge is The kingdom was reduced to rubble in seconds as Morty walked through the portal with his wine. What he didn't know was that the high-tech glove he accidentally left behind would become the source of future nightmares.